Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the Tuesday Night NSRL for the trucks. Here with my co-commentator, as always, in the booth. Art, how we doing tonight?
I'm real excited. We kick off the playoffs at, the track with many a name. Too Tough to Tame, the Lady in Black, or just Darlington.
Absolutely middle of absolutely nowhere, South Carolina here for the Sober or Slammer 200 here at Darlington Raceway, home of the Southern 500 and home of the opening round of the truck playoffs as well here tonight. For one of three races in the round of 10, we got 10 highly skilled drivers that have made the playoffs through a grueling 18-race regular season. 10 have moved on. We'll do three races here at Darlington, Bristol, and New Hampshire, and then we'll trim it to 8. Then we got Talladega, the Roval. I don't think I have that in the exact right order. Let me double check. But yeah, the round of 8, the true wild card round, we have it's in order Charlotte, Roval, off week Talladega, and then Martinsville, and that will determine our championship for the Phoenix finale. So, yeah, 6 races to leave your mark, and then one final race to determine championship glory. And it all starts right here at Darlington. Race information tonight for the Sober or Slammer 200 is 2 laps of qualifying for the 147-lap main event. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 45. Stage 2 at the conclusion of lap 90. 3 green, white checkers. 5 total tire sets, do I have that right? Yes, 5 total for the event. 1 in the pits, 1 starter, 4 in the pits. Fuel run estimated at 54 to 58 laps, and 0 fast repairs as always for these drivers. Qualifying has just started, but right before that, let's go ahead and get you the 10 drivers that will be racing for the championship here tonight. Will pop up the championship standings. We've trimmed this field to 10 competitors. So Hunter Cant, your regular season champion. Mike McConville, the runner-up. No surprise there, 1-2. Tommy Gossett just clinched last week, able to get that participation minimum requirement, and he will be 3rd in the playoff standings at 2021 points. Then Brandon Minto, Jeremy Paris, and Bennett Allen, top 6, all the win. Daniel Moynihan, Tane Hodison, Gabriel Lafrene, 7, 8, 9, did not win a race, pointed their way into the playoffs. Only 3 drivers made it in on points, and when Will Young, only that one win early in the season, got him in exactly at 2005 points. Win with the 5 playoff points there as well. So that is the championship 10 that'll be going for it. And let's go ahead and get into the on-track action as Will Young, currently the man to beat, but Tommy Gossett right to the top of the board right after that, 29.03 in that 07 machine. Lafrene at 29.13. Not a surprise to see playoff drivers near the top of the board. Moynihan goes 4th quickest, Brandon Pfeiffer. 6th quickest, the first man not in the playoffs will be your 3rd place driver, currently Claude Furland. We go on board here with Mike McConville. New paint scheme that Art's going to... Let's just get a close-up of this. Art, what's the back of that truck say there, bud?
No.
There it is. Football season is back, and currently 12th quickest, but he doesn't look like he's on a 2nd lap, so... So does this... Hang on. Is this who I think... We got Travis Minto that this is, but I'm pretty sure that's just a rename. No, it's actually... It says it's an entirely different person. Interesting.
Yeah, because Minto is Minto. They've changed the names on us.
Wait, where is he at? I don't even see him in the list.
He's in the 12.
In the 12? Where's that at? Is that way?
It says
Brandon. Okay. All right. So we got
I,
all right. We got 2 Mintos.
I believe names have been changed for the playoff drivers to just be last names.
No, but it's literally like no. I don't. Am I seeing that entries? Oh, you're right. So I don't see that. Okay. But there's literally a Travis Minto, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there is another Minto.
Okay.
We've got 2
All
Mintos.
right. I can't. All right. That was
Can't
confusing.
fathom there being, like,
Can't fathom it. But Tommy Gossett currently on provisional pole by just over a tenth of a second. Jeremy Paris has just finished up his second lap. He's hit 7th quickest. And then we'll go ahead and make sure we refresh. We do have trading paints. I think it's being weird. Searching for cars on track. And then we'll hit it with a quick... Oh, come on. Give everybody the playoff banners. Yeah, Brandon's brother. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm shocked to learn that the people... Well, I mean, it could have been father.
Could have been.
I do think
Son?
I do think Brandon Minto. I think he's a little young to be a father.
Well,
like I feel like it would be a situation like you where he might have one, but I feel like they'd be too young to be iRacing.
Yeah, seriously. However, we have seen, we've seen father-son duos before. I think at least once, maybe. I don't know, but
we have. We have the Cooties.
Yes, we have.
Oh man, good times.
Great times. So I don't know what the playoff banners is explicitly supposed to look like, to be honest. But I've refreshed the textures. I've done all I can do. So let me make sure we get Mr. Travis Minto. We'll get him set up here. Just going to take a quick look at it real quick. Yeah, he's on the same team. I'm shocked. So we'll go ahead and just set that up because it's easy.
You could do it. You know how you do their little stats?
Yeah.
And like Corey and Kyle Seeger put like Brandon's brother down here.
I could do that.
That is his big step for the race.
Yep. There it is. But first lap for Tane Hodison, 16th quickest. We'll go on board with him for his second lap. Does not get the Darlington stripe off turn number 4. Crosses the line. Second lap good enough for 13th quickest. We have just under 3 minutes remaining. And it looks like Brandon Mears is going to make an attempt here in the 71 machine. He'll set off for his first lap. I always remember, like, just growing up hearing Mike Joy describe Turn 4, because, there's always at least one new person watching, like, oh, Turn 4 is a lot tighter than Turns 1 and 2, because all those years ago, they couldn't make it the same profile of corner because they couldn't disturb the local fishing hole back at the time. Oh, that story just always stuck with me.
I have genuinely never heard that.
I heard that so many times.
Or at least it's never stuck with me, but
just one of those random NASCAR facts as a kid. Yeah, turn 4 had to be shallower, had to be tighter, or some sort of fishing hole that the locals didn't want to disturb way back when. First lap for Beer, 29.59, good enough for 14th quickest. His second lap from a 59 to a 53, good enough for 13th quickest. It's 26 drivers still. No one going home. Drivers highlighted in red are those at risk, but everyone is safe tonight. 10th of a second for Tommy Gossett in hand on the field, the way that he will have wanted to start his playoff run on pole position. Looks like we'll have any more. Looks like we've got Greg Hull, Steve Herring, John Wilco, Matt Mackin, Rich Jett, Aaron Mack, and Bennett Allen electing to not qualify. Looks like Bennett Allen actually did 2 laps. Neither of them actually counted. He'll be at the back of this field with some work to do to catch up. That is qualifying done. We'll bring back up the championship standings. 3 races. And right now, obviously haven't even done the first lap, but it is a 2-point gap on the bubble. Tane Hodison over Gabriel Lafrene and Will Young. So the 06 machine and the 41 going to want to pick up some valuable points tonight, but it is anyone's guess with 3 very difficult racetracks. I hope I did this right. We should be able to see. Well, yeah, we'll see it in the race. The suspense is killing me. But you will see the playoff drivers highlighted in gold on the background as their names scroll across the top of your screen. So the assumption is that I did it right, but the hope is that I did it right. As we'll get in the final 5-minute warm-up, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So it looks like the playoff banners are sponsored by the American Legion, and then we got the driver's last name very visible. Conville, I think he has similar style there. On the front of his 8 machine, and he does.
Can't really say what I want to say about that truck.
I mean, it's 100% Eagles, man. NBC Sports Philadelphia. Go Birds on the back. It's
Can't believe you'd say that.
It's your nightmare. I got Jalen Hurts on my work fantasy team. I gotta have, Which, thank goodness we're not playing for money in that. Because they messed up assigning everyone to teams in time. So they're like, all right, well, the draft is now. If you didn't get the notice, I'm sorry, but it's too late to actually get a draft. Because I don't know, it's a little mess. It was very funny.
Incredible.
So I showed up with the first 2 rounds auto drafted. I got Malik Neighbors in the second round. I was like, oh, crap.
That's a good pick.
Not that he's not a good player, but he plays for the New York Giants. So.
No, New York. And they got a quarterback.
The New York Football Giants.
Imagine if they got smart, put Jameis out there. Malik Neighbors would have 3,000 yards.
So there's one thing I need to do for the 10 drivers. So I applied the gold text correctly, or the gold background. Now I need to change the text to black. Can I do that in any sort of quick manner?
Can you?
I doubt it. That'll be a race 2 thing. Here we go. Ticker. Name? I bet that's it. Willing to bet this is it. Let's see if we can pop this in here real quick. Well, I thought it was, but apparently it's not. Darn it. Yeah, we'll figure it out next week. It is technically legible. The best kind. $15 seconds remaining in the warm-up. Final adjustments, snack, bathroom break. Peace and quiet, potentially.
Peace and quiet. Was Lightning McQueen in the trailer before race? I am speed.
All right. Well, all that's over now. And we're ready to rock and roll. All right, who you got winning the opening round of the playoffs?
I mean, are we just gonna do
Well,
Tommy Gossett got a 10th in qualifying on everyone else?
I feel at a very technical racetrack, one especially that which will eat up tires. You gotta have a good setup. I feel like he's obviously the man to beat week in and week out. Until proven otherwise. So I'll pick him to win. My best of the rest.
I will say Lafrene's come in very hard recently. He stepped his game up.
He has. Hunter Kent down in 6th. McConville down in 19th. Rod Furland a solid 3rd. He's my best of the non-playoff drivers. So I really dug deep for that when I picked the 2 highest drivers, of each category, playoff and non-playoff. Those are my 2 picks, 1st and 3rd.
2 picks?
Yeah, you pick a playoff driver, you pick a non-playoff driver.
Well then, I'm gonna go with playoff driver. Give me Jeremy Paris, and non-playoff. Give me Rich Jet.
Solid pick. Looks like we got Eli Tomlin gonna start from pit road. Richard Pruitt not here at the moment, and he manually disconnected. So we'll see if he comes back. Throwing the 1 pace lap. 25 trucks ready to get the opening round of the playoffs underway. 147 laps. Numerous Darlington stripes will be had, I am sure. The 07 and the 06 on the front row. To kick off this round of 10. Pace car makes that sharp left-hand turn down to pit road. Tommy Gossett through the Geico restart zone, and we're underway for the playoffs. See if they all make it further than Josh Berry, or if someone snaps loose in front of the field and explodes. They all managed except for the other Minto. Travis Minto down to the inside. He'll get it back going way off track.
He is struggling.
He made it further than Josh Berry. He's going to come rejoin. And no caution. On board with the 7 machine. Looks like he was just kind of up and over the apron there, kind of straddling it, and his car's just going to get really loose on him. Yep, and around he goes. So not the way he would have wanted to start his debut as Tommy Gossett, 10th and a half out in front of Lafrene. Aaron Max up 7 spots on the opening 2 laps. How about that?
You just got another one there.
Momentum's such a big thing here. If you have to let out of the throttle off of turn number 2, you put yourself at such a disadvantage. Or if you think, oh, well, I'm not that tight, and you keep your foot in it, and you knock down the turn 2 fence, then you find yourself in even more trouble. Just a very difficult track all around. Bennett Allen up 9 spots in that 15 truck in the opening 3 laps.
Steve Herring there had a little incident out of 4. Had to gather it up. Lost quite a few there.
Momentum on the opposite side of the racetrack so important as well. If you can get the run off turn number 4, keep that truck on the bottom pinched below you. Usually have a good shot at keeping the position we saw at the end of the Cup race, especially. Reddick closing in, but not able to make that big dive on the bottom. Really going to have to be dead even to make that move work into 3. Which Bennett Allen is, but he's going to be stuck here on the bottom. 22 should have some momentum off. That 15 truck clearly pretty quick, but hey, he knows he's going to have to fall back in line. Too wide through turn 1. Not quite worth it at this moment. He's got a great run off the exit of turn number 2 most laps. He's just applying that pressure right now. And that's really the front 9 single file. Pfeiffer, 9th place, about half a second ahead of Tane Hodison, who's under a lot of pressure. Further back, Aaron Mack makes the move on 39 of Giesbrecht, who's under pressure immediately from the 71 of Brandon Muir.
Hunter Kent trying to make a move on Claude Verland. Just getting to that left rear.
Not going to be able to do so this time into turn number 1, but let's go on more with him and see how he's trying to set up this pass for the 5th position. But it's kind of following each other's tire tracks right now, but we see a little bit of a different line there. A lane lower than that 43. Trying to get first back to the throttle. Will Young, looks like he washed up a little bit on the exit of turn number 4 there. Kent still just a different line there than everybody in front of him, running a little bit lower. Verlaine gets real loose off turn number 2. And they'll be side by side. Hunter Kent now with the preferred line off the exit of turn number 4. And he should have the momentum.
And he might open the door.
Close. 43 slammed it shut. The 05 drives it in deep, and I think Furlan tried to give it to him a little bit, and that caused a bit of a stack up. Bennett Allen says thank you very much. He was eventually able to clear Tane Hodison, and then he gets around Pfeiffer to boot. A nice little chain reaction there just inside the top 10. Haven't seen too many Darlington stripes yet, so everyone's doing a nice job, but the tires start to wear.
I feel like I hear them more than I see them. Like, there's always that little, that iRacing scrape.
Yeah, the cosmetic only, which I guess is technically the definition of a Darlington stripe, but doesn't look at.
But I don't ever see it like that.
Man, look at Bennett Allen get up there. That truck's working good for him. He's able to make that move.
He stayed off the wall. I don't know how.
That's paper thin between Rodriguez himself and the wall, but he made that work somehow. That was a heck of a move. That Will Young. Losing a couple spots there. Yeah, he lost about 4 or 5 there. Something has happened to that 41 truck. He had some right rear damage there, so he definitely has picked up a Darlington stripe, and it might have been due to internet connectivity problems. He did blink out, really knocked down the fence there. And it just killed his run all the way down the back straightaway, and he tucks in line kind of at the back of that train.
Tommy Gossett now able to see, you know, the first potential lap truck, Travis Minto, with that early accident.
And interestingly enough, that's not the only one. Eli Tomlin only 4 seconds ahead of him.
In the pits,
oh, well,
did he not?
There was one. Yes, he did. He was the one that started different,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. The guy that started in the pits and the guy that spun out. Okay. So nobody else really any major issues to report.
Steve Herron, he's just...
It's Darlington.
He's out there running his race. Yeah.
It's not everybody's favorite. It's I couldn't put a clean race together here. I tell you that much right now. We got a battle for the second position. Frene and Moynihan. Moynihan able to... He's actually slightly ahead on the bottom there, so I think Lafrene's truck just a little bit tight there. And second position has changed. Hunter Kent.
He's going to get it. He has more momentum.
06 got really loose and into the fence. 06, he looked like he couldn't put the throttle down last lap of the exit of 4, and then it just snapped loose on him on the exit of 2 on the following lap. He'll let that 05 take position.
Those tires have given up on him. He is not able to enter turn 1 like the trucks around him.
Yeah. He looked so loose on that last lap out of 2. And I just saw 3 trucks hit the fence back there. Pfeiffer, Minto, and Aaron Mack. Maybe more problems for... It was Greg Holes that got a little bit out of shape there, so you can see it start to wear a little bit here. For a number of trucks. Bennett Allen started 20th. He is up to 6th.
Eli Tomlin has manually disconnected. So that will be our last place.
Oh, Bennett Allen, hang on to it. We just need a stationary camera on the exit of turn 2 specifically.
Need to figure out how to dual play it. Just have it in the bottom right.
But on board Tommy Gossett, you want to dip your left side tires on the entry there to that, dotted apron, and to do the same thing nearly on the exit of turn number 2. And even Tommy Gossett, your race leader, cleared by 3 seconds, caught a piece of the fence there. But shortest way around the racetrack in clean air tends to work out more often than not. Let it ride up to the wall. It's a double apex almost. That's kind of how you got to think of it. Turn 2 wall sticks out very deceivingly. You think, oh, I'm clear. I've got the truck to turn, and then you just knocking the fence down.
Bennett Allen with a nice shot on the wall out of 2. I know we're still 20 laps away from the stage, but it could get interesting with these drivers putting on new tires. Like, they're fighting for their lives right now. So we talk about it all the time with tire wear and how you have to learn to drive the car as it goes about. What's it going to be like on fresh tires? When we stack them up 2 by 2.
Get really loose on the cold tires, and Jeremy Paris nearly losing it off the exit of turn number 2. A little bit further back this battle. Aaron Mack loose as is Pfeiffer, and Gonville's right there with the front row seat. And he says, hello, fellas. Let me just kind of sneak on by if you don't mind. Pfeiffer a little bit out of shape there. Still out of shape.
Still.
Mir into the fence. Here comes Benfield down the front stretch. Fight for qualified 10th. You can tell he definitely wants to bolt on a new set of tires. Oh, loose there on the exited 2. As all these drivers dealing with their own handling issues, there's Steve Herring. He said, all right, the leaders have caught me. It's Darlington. Everyone's out of control. Go on by, fellas. Just don't involve me. Hunter Kent takes that second position away. Yeah, we're already at nearly, well, for some, nearly a second and a half. Others, nearly 2 seconds of fall off. Hunter Kent's last lap, a 31.72. His best lap so far has been a 30 flat. So that's 1.7 seconds of fall off. We knew it ate up tires, but yeah, it's you're gonna have to. There is no strategy here. You cannot just save a set of tires. You bolt on the sets that you have and try and make them last. Because you will run over.
Our leader, 4.5 second lead. His best lap time, 30.1.
Last lap.
Most recent, 31.7. That's over a second and a half.
And that's no lap traffic in front of him. Clean racetrack. So yeah, it's difficult out there. Middle of the day, Darlington, South Carolina. Late August, early September heat. Good luck, fellas. Aaron Mack looks like he's going to get real tight, but Mike McConville real loose off of turn number 2, and it's a net nothing for both of them. 31 looks like his truck's a bit tighter. He'll be battling for the 12th position. McConville will fall back in line, though. He's under pressure from Mir, and Sonny Benfield's right there. Look at the top 10, though. Gossett, playoff driver. Hunter Kent, Moynihan, Paris, Diego Rodriguez, best of the non-playoff drivers. Lafrene, playoff. Claude Furland is not. Tane Hodison and Brandon Minto, both playoff drivers. So 2 out of 10 not in the playoffs. Speaking of Hodison and Furland, there's the big send from Tane Hodison in that 22. TwistedSpeedSetups.com. We'll move up into the 8th position. I wonder how much Bennett Allen might be struggling. He worked his way up through the field the first time. How much tire did he use to do so? Looks like he might be just a little bit slower than the guys directly around him. We've seen him with a couple of big slides in the opening 28 laps. Battle for the final spot on the podium. Every point's going to matter. Win locks you into the next round. Curious on what the who's gonna kind of look at the end of the stage, second half of the stage. Who's gonna go a lap down? Who's gonna get caught out? Like John Wilco, and I think that might be it. Steve Herring is on pit road. And it's showing that new element added to our overlay. It's showing that he got a black flag somewhere. I don't know if that was accurate that was. Looked like a pretty decent entry.
Potentially speeding in pits?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, he is gone.
All right,
So
well, it cleared that up.
not,
I didn't see anything, but for a moment it popped up as a black flag, but... Yeah, so John Wilco's going to go a lap down. He's got a very fitting paint scheme. I've seen a lot. He's had a lot of train safety, a lot of highway safety, clicker ticket stuff, and fitting that he brings another one to the Sober Slammer 200. And I think he should be the last one to go a lap down. There's another 8 seconds up to Matt Mackin. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, all right here as they work up the exit turn number 2. Conville makes the move on Aaron Mack. He's up 8 spots. Aaron Mack was up 11. Now up 10, so still a good effort from both of them. Conville would love to get some stage points. Right now there's 8 drivers in the playoffs getting stage points. He is not, neither is Will Young, who came in under the bubble. No, he would like to get some stage points, but he's just trying to survive right now, it looks like. So if stage points aren't on the table, just take it easy, keep the truck in one piece, and you got another stage in this race, and then 2 whole races after that. He started in the 5th position, but we saw him get super loose at a turn number 2, lost a handful of positions. Now he's back down into the 15th, still scrapping away with 10 laps left in stage number 1. Great battle here for the 6th position. 22 is going to send it off into turn number 3. He's going to get tight on the exit. Lafrene realizes that it's going to be uncomfortable, doesn't want to get stuffed in the fence, and he'll allow that 22 to take position there. But a very clean opening 37 laps. Very impressed, honestly. At Darlington, we had the one spin on cold tires for Travis Minto. But other than that, it's been all good.
I mean, they've still been, beating the wall down a little bit.
Sliding all over the place.
That is common.
For our race leader.
We're going to be changing it up soon.
It's like Giesbrecht might have had a moment there on the exit of turn number 2. We'll lose a couple spots there.
For some reason, I thought stages were 40. So we're still, it's 45.
Yep, 45 and 90, so. Six more laps. Comfortable out in front. Tommy Gossett's led every lap in stage number 1. His lead has stabilized at 5 seconds. How much of that is just making sure he doesn't get any Darlington stripes? Or, is the tires fall off just that bad for everybody that they're all going the same speed? Hang on to it, Will Young. He is going to be very happy in 5 laps when this stage is over. Make some adjustments on that 41 machine. It could be an important point as Mike McConville has caught the back of Brandon Minto. He got into 11th a handful of laps ago and immediately set his sights on Minto. This is big if for McConville, who started 19th, and he's going to look to pick up an extra point for his playoff purposes. Bennett Allen's right there as well, whose tires have seemed to fall off just a little bit more than everybody else's. It's going to be a three-way fight for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Aaron Mack all over the back of Greg Hulls. And we got a great camera shot there, the exit turn number 2. As Jeremy Paris still applying the pressure to Moynihan. Just a handful of laps left. Allen's holding him off, but looks like he got a piece of the wall there. And he just looks uncomfortable. But they're all having a moment there. 12 really got out of shape on the exit of 2. And he'll allow his teammate to go on through, see if he can catch Bennett Allen and maybe get him in an awkward position, and they both get through. This has allowed Brandon Muir to catch up, though, as well in the final couple of laps before the end of Stage 1. Oh, Bennett Allen, that's super loose. McConville gonna take a peek at it. Into turn number 3. Tires are shot. Who's going to be able to get back to the throttle first? McConville has a slight edge off of turn number 4. Dead even, though, as they fight back into turn 1.
I can't believe these drivers like McConville fight his way into the top 10.
They both look out of control. There's going to be some contact.
Yellow is out.
Yellow is out. That is the end of lap 45, by the way. Because Tommy Gossett was,
just half
a racetrack up ahead. But I think McConville got it at the time of caution. That would make sense.
I believe he was just ahead, so yeah.
He'll get 2 points as opposed to 1. You start at 19th, that's a big deal. Oh, and Bennett Allen.
Bennett Allen.
Under caution. And even for Bennett Allen, he would have loved 2 points, but he started 20th, and he'll get 1. If you're Brandon Minto, he said, I started 9th, I didn't get nothing. And everybody's coming to pit road. John Wilco
I'm really
is
excited
your
for the
lucky
restart.
dog. Yep, there he goes. Steve Herring, Eli Tomlin out of the race. Richard Pruitt never started. And Travis Minto had that lap 1, turn 2 spin. Not a whole lot of damage. And he'll hope that he gets a quick caution on this restart that he's not involved in, and he'll be back on the lead lap. Gossett, then Kent, Moynihan, Rodriguez, Paris, Poddison, Lafrene, Furland, McConville, Minto, Mir. Looks like Allen might have had a little bit of damage there from smacking the fence. Benfield, Hulls. Adjustments for Will Young, I'm sure. Claude Pfeiffer. Next man out is Giesbrecht. Then Matt Mackin. Rich Jett. John Wilco. And Matt looks like he's going to go a lap down here. As we get the 1-to-go signal. Will Young also a lap down in the 41 machine. So that's a playoff contender, a little bit behind the 8 ball here, and he's still not moving as they're getting ready to come back to the green.
Oh, it's because he's racing in his dorm and the Wi-Fi is not, it's not good. So Will Young is out. Man.
Yeah, I noticed him blinking a handful of times. I wonder if he got told to park it, but looks like or that's just because he said it himself. So not sure what happened to Aaron Mack though. Got one more to go. Lights got put back on the pace car as the back half of the field was still catching up. So obviously, just by nature, this second stage will be a tiny bit shorter. A tire fall off will still be significant, obviously. Everybody coming down for 4 fresh Goodyear tires and full of Sunoco racing fuel. Minor adjustments here and there, and some damage repair, I'm sure. And we should be getting back underway here this time by 49 laps completed when we hit the stripe. And what is going to be a quick race if they keep it up. Back through the restart zone. Back underway. Great restart for Tommy Gossett. Hunter Kent has got some track position. Started 6th, now has worked his way up to 2nd. McConville's got a little bit of track position. Minto has a tiny bit better track position. And let's see what they do on the cold tires through turn 2 for the first time.
Oh, yeah. It's funny how they spread out of 2.
A handful of them did. Had plenty of room to gather it up. And here we go. We'll just work back here. Big move there. It looks like from the 18 of Pfeiffer to the inside in turn number 1 on. That was Chris Claude, I believe. Going to make a look at like another move here if he can. Oh, that is Brandon Meter way out of sorts. Pfeiffer
just does it himself. Got loose out of 2.
Big send there from the 18. He's made up 2 spots in 1 lap. All business back at the front. Top 2 starting to pull away. 3rd in his island of his own. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. All right here.
And they were all in the wall.
all falling right into it.
Sparks coming off that 05 machine.
But the 8 machine of McConville looks like it started to come alive a little bit. Towards the end of that run, some good tire management. Was able to get a couple of stage points for his trouble. We're side by side going into 1. Anyone will slide up in front of the 06 to clear. A little bit of a stack up behind. Work off turn 2. All good there. Travis Minto, the only man 1 lap down, so he's hoping for the quick caution. Doing a nice job so far from everyone. Let's crank it up for the first time tonight while they're still somewhat bunched up here live on YJ Media. some fantastic racing we're seeing here. Burnett cranking it up. Mike McConville, Bennett Allen, Diego Rodriguez all going at it. Rodriguez looks like he's going to be able to hold on to that position for the time being. McConville all over the back of him, and a bobble there from McConville. And Allen takes advantage, and now here comes Claude Furlan. So we saw a bump draft there from Allen to McConville trying to clear that 21, not able to do so.
Yeah, that was a great bit of racing right there, for the crank it. Oh, Bennett Allen hard in the wall there. Just bounced off and kept going.
Nearly did it again there.
I will say, hope, McConville, none of McConville's, relatives are watching. That'd be the worst person to get in a interview tonight, for me anyways. I don't want to hear it. I know what's happening Thursday night, so I also don't want to hear it next Tuesday. I know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
It's not going to be fun.
Not going to be fun.
I don't know why I care. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan now.
Well, Rodriguez into the fence there. Looks like we got Brandon Muir onto pit road. I saw him get loose a couple of times, but I don't see any significant damage to the back. Well, shouldn't affect him too bad, you would think, but the middle part of that back bumper is caved in a tad bit. Curious on how the final stage would play out. We have not had a caution other than the stage. If they keep it up, who's going to blink first on pit stops? Because you get the short-term gain, and then they reel you back in at the end. We'll see who wants to blink first.
I mean, are we talking outside of Tommy Gossett?
Because it's.
I mean, he is.
He's a second ahead. It's been pretty stable for the most part. Jeremy Paris actually was able to get by Hunter Cantwell. We were watching that battle toward the top end of the back end of the top 10. I'm just curious because the fuel will be very close to reaching anyways, but does someone dare think of splitting it in half and just going, qualifying laps the whole last stage? It's very curious.
I mean, with the rate at, Jeremy Paris, he's jumped all the way up. P2, got past Hunter Kent, got past Mooneyhan. I mean, that would be your guy unless, Kent wants to go for it. I mean, maybe Lafrene, because he's struggled. He had a nice long run there, running up in P2. Then the tires got away from him, and now he's back, in 6th. I mean,
when we look at it, Will Young, obviously having the connectivity issues, he'll finish, I believe, in the 22nd position. Not out, but he said dorm. So if if that's going to be his residence for the next couple of months, then more than likely out of it. Paris going to let his teammate go on by, back into the second position. So then you're really just looking at one spot. We already have unofficially our first elimination, and you have 9 drivers fighting for 8 spots.
And right now, the guy, outside looking in, we've got Tane Hodison. He's 2 seconds back on Minto, 2 seconds back on the top 10. What do you got to do? What can he do?
So I think, though, just the way that Darlington's playing out, there's not a whole lot you can do right now. Just, you're not going to short pit the stage here and make up any significant time. I mean, you could try it. I mean, lap 95. I mean, you could throw something at it if you really want the stage points. But at that point, you're better off doing it, you know, in the final stage to try and, you know, get the final finishing position. Looks like Matt Mackin did, in fact, jump to pit road. Looks like he's calling it a night in what is a difficult race for many, I'm sure, is Jeremy Paris. That is... bounces off the fence. He's thankful.
My pig is struggling.
He's thankful for all that runoff. Tony Benfield past Pfeiffer there for the 13th position. Pfeiffer going to try and cross him back over. Potentially. That got tight. Oh, he's loose. Well, hang on to it, and that'll kill that battle. Now he'll be under pressure from Greg Hulls. 4/10 of a second back. In the 78 machine. Right now, Brandon Minto, 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second over Tane Hodison for that final stage point, and there's a bobble from Minto. Hodison gains half a second down the back straightaway. Still about a second and a half to just a little bit over, 1.6, 1.7 seconds of fall off for most of these drivers, if not more. Tires continuing to be killer, as everyone was aware. But it is a little bit more spread out than the first stage. At least for the time being, but still a handful of battles that are close. Rodriguez trying to keep pace with McConville. Jeremy Paris just knocked the fence down there. Bennett Allen, 0.3 of a second back, senses an opportunity. Oh, and he really knocked the fence down there. So got it in turn one, got it in turn two, now under pressure. As Greg Hulls has got the meatball flag, according to iRacing, according to our overlays. And yeah, that'll do it. Right front, not secure just like that. No caution, though.
Yeah, that's probably the most pressure part of it all.
That's a fantastic feature, by the way. I now know when somebody has a meatball. That's fantastic. That's brilliant information. Classic continues to lead about 2.6 seconds out in front. It said he had left pit road right as he got in. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. He's still getting a meatball. Conville still leads over Rodriguez by about 2.5 car lengths. Bennett Allen has actually lost a little bit of time to Jeremy Paris. And that was after Paris knocked the fence down twice. .05 continuing to hold on to that 4th position. His teammates swapping positions here for the 16th position. Rich Jett going on by. Rodriguez getting ever closer as the Frene actually starts to close in on Bennett Allen just in front of this battle. as Logan Giesbrecht has jumped to pit road after an incident. Heavy front end damage. The 39 machine looks like he got up real high on the entry to turn 1, then loose on the exit. And he just couldn't catch it. Huge damage. And that'll be our second meatball. Shockingly, no caution. I know he towed to pit road, but that is very surprising. Greg Halls with that meatball called it a night. Matt Mackin has called it a night. Logan Giesbrecht, for all intensive purposes, done. So only 18 trucks running before the end of stage 2, and 16 of them on the lead lap.
And Wilco, the ever-looming threat of Tommy Gossett.
Minto got a bobble there. Stoney Benfield goes on by for 11th. Conville continuing to be put under pressure.
They were bump drafted.
Just ahead of that battle still continues, about 2 truck lengths.
Open it down in the wall.
All the way on the wall through 3. And just behind that, McConville and Rodriguez. I think McConville's like, hey, he's getting a little aggressive. I'm going to let him go. I'm still getting some stage points. Three seconds out in front. Comfortable for Tommy Gossett. 15 laps before the end of stage number 2. He has led all 80 laps thus far. This will make it 81 laps consecutive. Once he comes back around, he'll look to take over that top spot in the standings. Just a couple of points behind Hunter Kent and Mike McConville, but with the stage 1 win, ever likely stage 2 win, could sweep everything. Does not have the fastest lap currently. That belongs to Hunter Kent second by a 100th of a second over Daniel Moynihan, 30.03 to 30.04. Bennett Allen knocking the fence down again, right rear starting to get a little of that cosmetic damage only, though. Hasn't caved in at all yet. This 06 applying really good pressure. Jeremy Paris applying really good pressure to Daniel Moynihan. This is the battle for third. Super loose. 06 had to back out of it. And here comes Diego Rodriguez as a result. Rodriguez said, all right, you guys keep spinning out, knocking the fence down in front of me. I'll just pass you both. Kicks off Lafrene. Right on the truck bed of Bennett Allen. So we got Brandon Pfeiffer coming down pit road in the 18 machine. He was dealing with an ill-handling truck, and he's got significant right side damage. No meatball, but he says it's not worth it to keep going in its current state. We got a big John Wilco fan in Travis Minto, because he is currently the first truck 1 lap down. John Wilco, though, he got the lucky dog at the end of stage 1, could potentially get it at the end of stage 2 as well.
He's half a straightaway ahead, a little over half a straightaway ahead.
I think his lap times are okay for the time being.
I'm not sure how I'd feel if I was another driver learning that Tommy Gossett's still running 31.8s.
No, he's in the he's in the fence there a little bit. Through one. The 21 machine finally looks to complete this pass. Can he slide up in front of Allen? No. Great run through 1 and 2, but can he hold it on the exit? Yes, for now. Surely a tiny bit of contact there. Sparks flying. 21 trying to hang tough. And he'll get clear again, though, Bennett Allen. So well done holding that position. But he got loose on the exit. 21 will fight back, I'm sure. Yes, the 06 is just right there watching the show. And Stoney Benfield's coming down to pit road. He's going to go a lap down. Got a little bit of left front damage. Going to be very close. If you're... I just realized the problem for Travis Minto is he's about to go 2 laps down himself. That's the truck in the middle. So even if John Wilco doesn't get lap, Travis Minto goes 2 down, and then just gets that 1 lap back. So he is really gonna need. Oh, we got a caution. Hold everything.
Yeah, it's the stage.
I thought it was not. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am so stupid. I had it backwards again. Never mind.
You're like me when it was lap 40. I'm like,
I did the inverse. That's not the first time that's happened. Holy smoke. So he got a gift. They both got a gift there. Travis Minto and John Wilco. I'm just... This... What a week. It's Tuesday. Nah, but a sweep of the stage for Tommy Gossett.
I would say it is basically Monday, though.
That's true. I will say, no passes for position happened in the last 3 laps of that stage, so we didn't miss anything at the end there. In the top 10, I should add. We watched Bennett Allen take 5th spot back, and that was it, as they ran. First attempt stayed the same for the final 3 laps, so there you go. Travis Minto going to be very happy to get back on the lead lap. He was only on the lead lap for a handful of laps as he spun. Lap 1, turn 2. But he is now back on the lead lap. Oh no.
Oh no.
See, that's just not good, is it? He's got beef with turn 2. He's 0-2 down. You gotta fight back, man. Just delete. Oh, you gotta. No. He's gonna go a lap down again, isn't he? Because he's gonna come into pit to fix the damage.
I was gonna bring up the comment that's in chat, and that happened, but still kind of want to address it. I locked my cats in the garage. They are exploring.
He's gonna go a lap down. What was the point? I hate that. I hate that for you.
And something just blew up. Someone. Oh, is that?
Sure.
I think it's Mac. It was Aaron Mac.
Was it?
Yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah, the meatball just popped up. Yeah. The Travis Minto literally, that's tough. Was on the lead lap for about 12 seconds. What's there to well, I guess for a cat, there's plenty to explore in a garage.
It's still just that's
Oh.
not what we're talking about. How did we get here?
Race leader is hungry. The wheels are coming off, folks. We've lost it.
You just say he's hungry for a win,
There it is.
but he's probably actually hungry.
It's back on the pace car.
I mean, hey, luckily for Tommy Gas, it might be one of our fastest races of the season.
Can they finish before 10? I doubt it.
I mean, it'll all be determined by the midfield and how rough they get come to the end of the race.
So what do we got here? We're gonna have what? We got 7 laps till 100, then 47 more. 54 to go. Buell should be close, but they should make it actually. So that's what I said. What do you do on tires? What do you do on tires? See if anyone wants to throw something at it. That was their last guaranteed chance to come down pit. Obviously, everybody took fuel and tires, made any last-minute adjustments that they could think of. We're back underway. 53 to go. The 06 machine had a huge bobble on the cold tires, but everyone else makes it through. Only 13 trucks on the lead lap. Rich Jet did not have a meatball, but he came down pit road under that stage break and has not come back out. They're just dropping like flies.
Trying to figure out how I'm getting packet loss. Gonna be a big sin there by Bennett Allen.
First man into the 29-second bracket was Hunter Kent. So new fastest lap of the race. And we know Bennett Allen has a great short run truck. Sold out crowd here in Darlington, South Carolina for the truck race. The 10th quicker last lap than your race leader. Will we finally have a change of lead? How aggressive does the 15 want to play it? He is there. Will he make the big dive into 3? Gossett going to go low. 15 going to work up top. See if he can hook the run up on the exit of 4. Carry the momentum all the way down to turn number 1. He's going to take a peek at it. Well, he'll get pinched down low. Gossett carries the momentum off, and he'll hold the lead. Rich Jet back on track after 6 minutes in pit lane. The end of stage 2, it was McConville trying to hold off Rodriguez. At the start of stage 3, it's Rodriguez trying to hold off McConville and a host of others. As you see Rich Jet down there rejoining the action. Handful of laps down. Over half the field directly battling each other. There's only 13 trucks on the lead lap. He is all over the back bumper here, race leader. Let's go on board here with Bennett Allen, because he is there. Not quite able to make the move just yet. They put out half a second on Hunter Kent behind them in third. We'll see if, at a minimum, Bennett Allen makes Gossett use up his tires a little bit more. He has been unbothered in the opening 102 laps, has led all of them.
Just pure dominance.
Yeah, that's a statement. You come out to Darlington and you lead the opening however many laps. Oh, there's a bump. Into the back bumper there. Oh, and Gossett loose off the corner. Will come up to clear, though. And it's just impressive when you do so well at a place like this where it's so difficult. Got to be so consistent to perform. That's even Chase Briscoe. Like, he's just got this place figured out. It's just impressive to watch them perform. Eric Jones does so well here. Some guys just love this track in the way that it races. And it sets the tone for the playoffs, man. It really does. You go flag to flag. Darlington.
Man, imagine if there were no stages.
We'd have less than 13 trucks on the lead lap right now, I'll tell you that much. But Bennett Allen, he's going to make him work for it. He said, listen, I got a short run truck. I'm going to try and get in front of you. Let's see what you got. Because he hasn't had any sort of, there has been no dirty air for Tommy Gossett of any kind. Let's see if Bennett Allen can make something happen. He's right there. Even gave him a bump into turn 3 a couple laps ago. These two guys, hard but fair, I would say. This is the battle in the midfield still rages on behind.
That's Travis Minto coming out of the pits.
They got that truck fully fixed up finally.
You get another shot from Bennett Allen.
Leaders running identical lap times at this point. 30.72 to a 30.73. But I think Gossett able to defend Bennett Allen. We saw it in the first stage, just starting to run out of tires a little bit. Just like that. 2.5 tenths on that last lap for Gossett. And that might have been the last challenge he'll face. Is the top 5 spread out? There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody kind of running their own race just like that all of a sudden. tenth and a half on that lap for Gossett over Allen. Gave it his best shot. We know he's so good on the short runs. He just hasn't been able to catch that caution with, 10 to go, both on a set of tires. Go on board here with Moynihan, who tries to reel in Jeremy Paris. Tries to reel in his teammate. Playoff drivers occupy every spot in the top 5. Diego Rodriguez continues, though, his run of being best of the rest than Claude Furlan. So still 2 out of the top 10. And it's usually been those 2 of the non-playoff drivers representing the top 10. Brandon Minto below the top 10 in terms of playoff drivers, as well as Will Young, but we saw what he was dealing with earlier on with the Wi-Fi issues at his dorm room. So unofficially our first man out of the round of 10. He can't get that issue resolved over the next couple of weeks. I think if you're Brandon Minto, though, Art, you mentioned it, what are you willing to try?
I mean, I said it about Taylor Addison because he was the one who, at the time, was sitting the furthest back. But, I mean, yeah, it's going to be Minto now.
You have 2 trucks behind you, 2 points. And again, you know at this point that you've beat Will Young. Brandon Muir just came into pit. You're a handful of laps ahead of everyone behind you. What's to say you bolt on a set of tires? Because everyone has multiple sets left. You're gonna you can't bring them to next race. They don't roll over. Deion Sanders timeouts don't roll over. Tire sets don't roll over. You're getting passed by Travis Minto, the lap truck. But what is there to lose by coming in? I mean, you lose 2 points. You lose 2 spots there. Because you hold position on everybody else, and then you just go for broke. See if you can make up even that 1 spot. You'd be the fastest truck on the racetrack for the final 30 laps. So that would be something to consider.
It's a long shot, but I mean, what else do you have?
Yeah, I mean that's again. It could back. I mean, it's a long pit road. It's a slow. It might not be worth anything. I don't have the math on him. You lose 50-something seconds, 51 seconds. That's a lot to ask. I think you'd end up breaking even about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds times however many laps we got left. 30. You just about break even. Very rough math in my head. Now, for the record, Brandon Muir did come in, and he actually did the pit stop. He took four tires, and he's back out there. Trucks all around him just sliding all over the place. Wilco and Rich Jett, big slides. And you see, he's passing everyone like they're standing still. The only man into the 30-second bracket. And he was already a couple laps down, so he didn't really have a whole lot to lose. He's the fastest man out on track right now, so. He won't go into the lap down because the leader won't catch him. He probably will actually go get one of his laps back. And obviously the perspective is different, For a Bennett Allen, you're just kind of stuck in no man's land. There's no chance you're going to come in and give up that second spot. So yeah, I'll take the second place. Good points day. Doing exactly what I need to do. And then the guys around here fighting each other, they would react to what each other would do. So Brandon Meaner, the only man that has come in and taken a set of tires. The fuel should last, so nobody has to, but why not swing for the fences? Rapidly approaching 20 laps to go in all of this. We have gone caution-free minus the stages, which in my mind just don't count. Like, that's not a caution. That is a race break. Nobody wrecked. No hazards. It's a race break that gives out points. Battles starting to narrow down just a little bit. Tane Hodison trying to hold off Lafrene, who's all in the fence. Brandon Meaner just keeps on going. "25 laps to go." We're just gonna finish just after 10 p.m. We're barely gonna miss it.
Man. And those pesky interviews, not as bad as it used to be. The days of talking to everyone are thankfully long gone.
I'm too old for that nowadays.
I'm just thankful I no longer have to edit interviews.
Man, what a time, right? What a time.
Takes one person to speak up and ruin it for everybody.
Oh, yeah. Fossa just comfortably out in front, 4.5 seconds, just chilling. 3/10 quicker that last lap. And Bennett Allen, who biggest move of the race, started 20th. At the very least, looks on for a podium. Second place. Third place battling behind him. That should give him some wiggle room to kind of scoot up down the road, but that's teammates third and fourth. Fernate started in the second position, currently 9th. We just saw him knock the fence down there, but he's still right on the back bumper there, the 22. And then the battle for 12th and 13th, final spot on the lead lap. Not in danger of going a lap down is John Wilco and Chris Claude. Paris was able to clear his teammate. Yes, there goes Brandon Meaner. He's still going. "20 laps to go." Just like that, though, we were watching it. Chris Claude. Big wiggle there for John Wilco, and he'll give up that spot. Hodison. Still under pressure from that 06, and the other battles that we mentioned starting to fade away just a little bit. This one's still right in the thick of it. Tommy Gossett looking for his 4th win of the season. Comfortably ahead, 6 seconds, coming to 17 laps to go. We'll ride on board with this 06 machine for the last couple of laps. Just for curiosity's sake, Tommy Gossett, the exit of turn 2, Brandon Muir, the exit of turn 2 as well. Rodriguez is closed in to the back bumper of that 53 machine of Daniel Moynihan. Kent dropping back from his teammate Jeremy Paris, who is actually closing in on Bennett Allen in the last couple of laps. So a couple things, the ebb and flow starting to come back together a little bit. We get 15 laps to go. Looking a little loose there in the middle of 3 and 4. Just like that, though, the 06 tight snaps and into the fence. There's a couple of tenths there as Rodriguez gets even closer. Oh boy, not anymore. That will kill that battle. We're back on board the 06 machine. Jeremy Paris 3/10 away from the back bumper of Bennett Allen. That'll be the battle for second if he can get any closer. Just like that, though, Jeremy Paris has caught up to the back bumper of Bennett Allen. Sparks still flying there through the exit of 1 and 2. It should be a much better run this time. Added 2 if he can hold on to it. Frene right on the back bumper as well. That's the battle. We got the battle for second, the battle for 8th. Both kicking off at the same time here. All playoff drivers here. The battle for second, 2 playoff drivers. The battle for 8th, 2 playoff drivers. Every point's going to matter. Looks like they had to back out of the throttle there just a little bit. Brandon Muir's still the quickest man on track. He's about to come up and unlap himself the hard way. Let's see if that causes anything. I don't think it will. Gossett should be smart about this, I imagine. I think the tire difference will allow it to be not anything significant. Just pick up the throttle so much sooner. Truck responds as much as it can. This would be a big, if we get the late race caution, coming up on 8 laps to go. He's 2 laps down. There is nobody a lap down. John Wilco's right there, though.
Trying to put it there.
But if he was able to unlap himself, John Wilco doesn't get lapped, he's back on the lead lap. 2 laps for the price of 1. He's got to find a way to complete this pass. He has not been passed on track all night. And even if he is, it would not be for position. As Diego Rodriguez was able to get around Moynihan here late.
You said they, potentially finish, after 10. You're gonna just about beat it.
They are.
As long as we don't get that caution.
7 laps to go. 7 minutes. How about that? Before 10. And Tommy Got's like, all right, fine. You can have it. But John Wilco did, in fact, let himself get lapped there. I think he had a bobble at a 2, so. Unfortunately for Brandon Muir, he does not get the 2-for-1 special, but I don't think at this point Rodriguez passed Moynihan, Lafrene, not able to stick with Hodison, and then Bennett Allen pulled back away from Jeremy Paris. So that is pretty much it with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, there's only a couple drivers within a second of each other.
Closest on-track battle. Then it's not even a battle because it's Rodriguez pulling away from Moynihan just 0.7 of a second, but he just completed that pass. Lafrene 0.8 of a second behind Hodison, but he was 0.2 slower on that last lap. Tell you what though, 2.5 tenths quicker Rodriguez over Hunter Kent on that last lap, so that could be a last lap battle if that pace continues. But he should not catch Chris Claude, so Muir will continue to pull away. But we're coming to 3 laps to go. 12 trucks on the lead lap. 18th on back out of this race. Rich Chet in 17th, Minto, Benfield, Muir, and Wilco all a lap down or more. Still on track and running. First to 12th on the lead lap as we approach 2 laps to go. And I will say this for Brandon Muir. He did not lose a position trying that strategy. He did not gain a position either with his pit stop. He was the only one to pit in stage 3. Oh, he is going to get lapped with 2 laps to go. So make that 11 trucks on the lead lap, and there is simply no shot of catching Brandon Minto.
Diego Rodriguez is all over the back.
And that he did keep up that same pace, and that will be the battle coming to the last lap. White flag, race is official. They will finish before 10. How about that? Rodriguez, he's got the high line. He's going to have some momentum working on turn number 4. Oh, and just like that, it's all over. He put the pedal down. He's like, all right, I got the momentum. I'm going to carry it all the way to a 4th place finish. Was not meant to be. But here on the last lap, McConville has also caught Daniel Moynihan. But Tommy Gossett, flag to flag, 147 laps. Domination.
Oh, we got trucks in the wall.
Oh, Bennett Allen and Moynihan and McConville. Somebody blew up. And it's McConville coming down to, not pit road, just off the track. Moynihan, it blew up. I see smoke, but he'll be able to keep going. And Minto's going to steal a top 10. McConville's not even going to finish. They waited till the very last corner for Calamity. Let's take a look.
Gonvo might not even be credited with
He's not going to finish.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't even get into turn 3. So yeah, so look.
Truck was gonna go over.
So yeah, you see Rodriguez, he gets super loose, blows that, and then Moynihan copies him, loses all that time. White flag is out. Here comes McConville. Moynihan's still out of shape, and here comes McConville. Oh. Nearly up and over. They both blow up. Moynihan not entire. So what even happens here? You be the judge. I don't even... Like, that is so... Just... I mean, he pulls out to the left. He's right there. And he... Does he come up, I guess, just a tiny bit and clips him? Maybe, I guess.
All I gotta say is Eagles fan. Eagles fan, it was bound to happen.
It's his fault. So up into the fence, he blows up instantly with that collision into the fence. Moynihan gets kind of like a glancing blow. His engine is blown in some capacity. They lose out to Lafrene gets a spot. Claude Furlan's going to get a spot. Man.
And I don't believe he finishes the race.
You'll just take a look here. And then Brandon Minto goes on by as well. And they're... I think he's a bit unhappy there. He slowed down when he passed him with his broken truck. And he'll finish, and then Mike McConville does not finish this race. Well, technically he does with an assist from Bennett Allen, but I think iRacing would have counted him out at that point. Man. But let's go ahead and get your race winner up here in the booth. Give me the race winner, Tommy Gossett, and the absolute perfect way to start off the playoffs with the pole, every lap led, and the race win. Congratulations, a dominating start to the playoffs.
Yes, sir. I do appreciate it. Thank you much.
Absolutely, but Darlington, definitely a difficult just track in general. Tons of tire fall off. Everyone either sliding out of turn 2 or knocking the fence out of 4. Made for a fun race, but you didn't have to worry about any of that. Truck was on rails tonight, and you just managed from the front.
Yeah, as per usual, Ken over at Ryko Performance gave me a piece, and all I had to do was push the pedals at the right time, and it coasted me to victory.
Absolutely, but congratulations on the dominant win. Statement made in the opening race of the playoffs, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, first off, obviously, I got to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do this. Usually on my car, you see Gossip Bus Lines. Got to thank my mom. Without her, none of that would be possible. I got to thank Ken over at Ryko Performance. If you're needing some fast setups, as I demonstrate, Ryko's the best on the sim. Go over to ryko.gg and check them out. And anybody else that is associated with Gossip Bus Lines, Auto Owners Insurance, Rutherford County Co-op, and the sort there. And obviously, got to thank Chris for putting on a wonderful league and the offer of broadcast.
Absolutely. Appreciate the kind words. Congratulations. And then we'll see you, I believe it is, should be Bristol. I think, do we get the week off truck schedule? Yeah, we're off, and then we'll see you back at Bristol.
So looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Another short track should be a good one, and we'll see you there.
I will say before we get the next one up, Him saying, as I demonstrate, to shout out his setup sponsor because he's just that fast.
I mean, that's
Man.
honestly a great advertisement, is it not? Like, yeah, I led every lap. I was on
As
the
I
pole.
do.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Here with your runner-up tonight, Bennett Allen, the only man that came close to Tommy Gotts at night, gave him a couple bumps. Truck was incredibly fast on the short runs here tonight. Unfortunately, we had 2 stage cautions. That was it. But even with that, you come home the runner-up tonight, and the biggest mover to boot, a solid opening race in the playoffs for you tonight.
Yeah, it was an interesting one for sure. Just huge thanks to all the guys at Outlier Speed Company for the setups they produce every week. I feel like every week we're getting better and better, and we're becoming more and more popular. So it's really great to see that. As a house driver, it's really important to definitely have these broadcasted races. Helps get the word out. But we struggled long run speed all night. Stage 1, definitely, I fell off like a freaking, like just off a mountain. I was just getting way too loose. I was putting way too much pressure on the right front. All week I was kind of tight, and I finally got a setup that was loose, and I didn't know how to use it. And so I threw a wedge adjustment going to the stage 2, and it helped. It was better, but still wasn't where I wanted it to be. And threw a little bit more wedge in it, and finally got the balls to drive off the right front like I'm supposed to, and it helped. I was up there trying to give Tommy what for about 15 laps. It was a lot of fun being right on his back bumper. And then one bad little bump got my right rear to slide, and then it started going downhill from there. But just happy I was able to manage the gap between me, Jeremy, and Hunter, and P2 is great. I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fun watching you come up, flying up through the field stage 1. Then it's like, oh well, he burned his stuff a little bit, fell back, came up again to stage 2. Just a good battling, and then ended up in second place. That was fun to watch. But congratulations on the runner-up here tonight, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yep, like I said, huge thanks to Outlier Speed Company, all those guys. Really proud to be a house driver for over a year now. So it's awesome. And my buddy Josh has his own broadcasting network, JCTV. Huge thanks to him. And Bobby Blazer used to be a driver in here, and B Blaze Vintage. Always nice to have some real life small companies and small businesses on the car. And huge thanks to you guys. I love you guys for broadcasting these races. We've had our rough go with trying to get broadcast for the other 2, but appreciate you guys for sticking around and giving the fans a good show every Tuesday night.
Really appreciate the kind words. Congratulations again. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Bristol.
Yep, see you at Bristol.
Here with your third place finisher tonight, Jeremy Paris. Another consistent race for the 05 machine. Not too many Darlington stripes on the truck that we could tell, but just a nice, clean, consistent race to open up the playoffs, and some good points on the board.
Yeah, that's what we were. That's what we were shooting for tonight. I got 0 practice until this session started, so I can't complain with third at all.
Absolutely no practicing for Darlington in the third place finish. So that's pretty good, I'd say. But your 9th top 10 of the season, just in 14 starts, so very consistent. Consistency that we needed to get into the round of 8 for sure. And 1 race down, 2 more to go. So congratulations on the third place finish, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Yes, sir. It is Consolidated Pipe and Supply. Hunter and Daniel for giving me some tips to get me a little ahead of the curve, just jumping in here. And you guys for always putting on a great broadcast.
Appreciate the kind words, and we'll see you 2 weeks at Bristol.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Caution free. That might be the first time that's happened this season, Art. Pretty sure it is. And at Darlington, of all places.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's pretty impressive. Playoffs, and they elevated the standard. 25 trucks with 26 didn't start, but
even though there were definitely some incidents that probably could have been, but
could have at least had one for sure.
We take those.
Well, the one that was the guaranteed caution came out on the last lap, so it didn't matter at that point.
Dirty Eagles fan.
Yeah, but no cautions. You love to see it. But here are the race results. Tommy Gossett 9.2 seconds over Bennett Allen. Jeremy Paris also within the 9-second bracket, so he was closing in there, trying to get up to him. Hunter Kent, Diego Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the highest finishing non-playoff driver. And then you got Claude Furlan, the other non-playoff driver in the top 10. So 8 of 10 out of the top 10 playoff drivers. Mike McConville, Will Young, the playoff drivers outside of the top 10. And then you can see here the attrition that struck. You know, we had Rich Jett. It was a extended pit road time. Same thing with Travis Minto Benfield. But 19th to 25th, pretty heavy attrition. And Richard Pruitt did not start tonight. So we're off next Tuesday. We'll be back in 2 weeks at Bristol. And looking forward to setting the stage for New Hampshire. And it'll be the cut race. We'll lose 2 drivers. And we'll get ready for the crazy round of 8. So looking forward to it. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Bristol. Y'all take care.